Leviticus chapter 27. Yahweh spoke to Moses and said, "Speak to the Israelites and say, if anyone vows the value of a person to Yahweh and wishes to discharge the vow. A man between 20 and 60 years of age will be valued at 50 silver shekels, the sanctuary shekel. A woman will be valued at 30 shekels, between 5 and 20 years, a boy will be valued at 20 shekels, a girl at 10 shekels. Between 1 month and 5 years, a boy will be valued at 5 silver shekels, a girl at 3 silver shekels. At 60 years and over, a man will be valued at 15 shekels and a woman at 10 shekels. If the person who made the vow cannot meet this valuation, he will present the person concerned to the priest, and the priest will set a value proportionate to the resources of the person who made the vow. In the case of an animal suitable for offering to Yahweh, any such animal given to Yahweh will be holy. It cannot be exchanged or replaced, a good one instead of a bad one, or a bad one instead of a good one. If one animal is substituted for another, both of them will become holy. In the case of an unclean animal unsuitable for offering to Yahweh, whatever it may be, it will be presented to the priest. And he will set a value on it, in relation to its worth. His valuation will be decisive. But if the person wishes to redeem it, he will add 1/5 to the valuation. If a man consecrates his house to Yahweh, the priest will set a value on it, in relation to its worth. His valuation will be decisive. If the man who has vowed his house wishes to redeem it, he will add 1/5 to the valuation, and it will revert to him. If a man consecrates one of the fields of his ancestral property to Yahweh, its value will be calculated in terms of its yield, at the rate of 50 silver shekels to 1 homer of barley. If he consecrates the field during the Jubilee year, he will abide by this valuation. But if he consecrates it after the Jubilee, the priest will calculate the price in terms of the number of years still to run until the next Jubilee, and the valuation will be reduced accordingly. If he wishes to redeem the field, he will add 1/5 to the valuation, and the field will revert to him. If he does not redeem it but sells it to someone else, the right of redemption ceases. When the purchaser has to vacate it at the Jubilee year, it becomes consecrated to Yahweh. Like a field vowed unconditionally, ownership of it passes to the priest. If he consecrates to Yahweh a field which he has bought, but which is not part of his ancestral property, the priest will calculate the valuation in terms of the number of years still to run before the Jubilee year, and the man will pay this sum the same day since it is consecrated to Yahweh. In the Jubilee year the field will revert to the vendor, the man to whose ancestral property the land belongs. All your valuations will be made in sanctuary shekels, at the rate of 20 gerah to the shekel. The firstborn of livestock is born to Yahweh. No one may consecrate it, whether it be cattle or sheep, for it belongs to Yahweh anyway. But if it is an unclean animal, it may be redeemed at the valuation price with 1/5 added. If the animal is not redeemed, it will be sold at the valuation price. Nothing, however, that someone vows unconditionally to Yahweh may be redeemed. Nothing he possesses, be it a human being or animal or field of his ancestral property. What is vowed unconditionally is especially holy and belongs to Yahweh. A human being vowed unconditionally cannot be redeemed but will be put to death. All tithes on land, levied on the produce of the soil or on the fruit of trees, belong to Yahweh. They are consecrated to Yahweh. If anyone wishes to redeem part of his tithe, he will add 1/5 to its value. In all tithes on herds or flocks, the 10th animal of all that pass under the herdsman's staff will be consecrated to Yahweh. There will be no examining whether it is good or bad, and no substitution. If substitution takes place, the animal and its substitute will both become holy without possibility of redemption. Such were the orders which Yahweh gave Moses on Mount Sinai for the Israelites.